This is a Skeptic Frogs production.
Fire.
Air.
Water.
Earth.
Long ago, Avatar Korra visited the glorious Republic City. There, she not just created peace for the nations, but a state of balance for all. For the next 40 years, she helped the White Lotus Society in forming schools around the world. Now, 8 years have passed since the Avatar's untimely end. With fear that the Avatar line may have ended those 8 years ago, and with withering hope for the White Lotus to continue holding peace, the search for the next Avatar hastily begins.
Previously on Dicebenders.
Excuse me, Mr. Dini. I'm a big fan, and I would love to get an autograph.
I'm having a get-together tomorrow evening. I would really like it if you would be able to come and say hello to all my guests, see the Tralee, and show what the White Lotus is made of.
Kevin, where's the main totem? I am Yang, great grandson of Avatar Aang. I am a member of the White Lotus, and I am here to offer help.
Want to go to Old Cabbage Core?
Yeah, let's go to the factory.
Have there been anybody between that island besides us?
I know Mr. Dini likes to make his movies outside in the forest and along the river. There might have been a chance that he's gone there before.
We're gonna head into town to try to find the others.
Taro and Jaeger, you guys are walking to the factory. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about as you are traveling there?
What time is it at this point?
That's a good question. It's definitely afternoon. The sun is starting to set. You guys have been in town for hours now. So yeah, the sun is starting to set. You're starting to see some orange in the sky, and in the far opposite end, you're starting to see some stars.
Well...
So, Taro and Jaeger, is there anything that you guys want to talk about, or are you just heading straight to the factory?
I mean, I feel like Taro would want to talk about, or like ask another question about, like Jaeger's brand, but also like, what's the vibe that's happening?
Yeah. So Jaeger, how are you strutting your stuff?
I think Jaeger's just kind of strutting. It's kind of like, I feel like he's kind of in a more like uplifted mood, just based on like nobody's ever been really happy to see him before.
Aww.
Okay, Taro's not gonna ruin that.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, that's good actually. So you guys are just walking in a peaceful silence until you finally get past the trees into a clearing, which shows a giant factory in front of you. You guys start walking up to the structure, and you find the area surrounding it is blocked off by a tall chain-link fence. At this distance, you can still make out a few things. You can see the signage for Cabbage Corp is completely unkept. However, the building does seem to be getting some work done. There's some kind of work equipment outside of the building, sprawled within the fence area. You see men walking out of the front door of this place. They look like they're grabbing their things that were outside, or others are just walking towards the gates, towards the gate opening to leave, which is actually just around where you guys are standing right now. So if they get any closer, they might start to see you.
Yeah, I think we should take cover and observe for a second.
Yeah, that's the move.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, ooh, yeah, we haven't done this, which is like one of the most common rolls. You guys give me a stealth roll as you try to run off and hide.
Oh boy. Please be good to me.
Yes, please.
Got a 19.
Well... Oh, okay, I got a 7!
Oh no.
I rolled a 2!
Oh no.
Jesus. Okay, so Jaeger, you slip into the night like Batman. Taro, you turn and just like trip because your foot like caught onto the fence somehow, and you just fall flat on your face. Jaeger, you turn around and think, oh yeah, that was a good sneak, and see Taro is just laying on the ground.
Is there anybody around? Can I grab her safely?
Yeah, you're able to go and save her.
Okay.
You guys hide in the bushes just as I mostly just did that for comedic effect. I am partially glad that one of you fell on your face. But you guys hide into the bushes. The workers, they look like they're construction workers, but they don't look dirty. They don't look like they have anything on them. But they go walking past where you guys are heading back into town. You guys wait. Don't hear anything anymore. They must have finally walked far enough away.
Wasn't this place supposed to be abandoned?
Don't look abandoned.
Definitely not. Want to break in?
Let's do it.
Great.
You guys head over to where the gate opening was that the construction guys came from. You see it's locked, and you don't have a key.
I would like to I need to pull it up one quick second. I would like to shape metal as a cantrip on the chain link fence.
Yeah.
I forgot you had that. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so describe what you're doing.
So, walking up to the chain link fence, I'm gonna put both of my fingers in front of it, or I guess my hands, and make a motion of pulling it open as the chain link fence opens up like a... How big can I make this? A 5-foot hole, sure. Big enough for both of us to, I guess, crawl through.
Okay. Jaeger, you see her just grab onto this chain link fence and just tear a hole into it. I know it's a link fence, so it already has holes, but a hole big enough for you guys to walk through. And then she just looks at you and like gestures for you to crawl through.
I say, after you.
That's pretty handy.
Mm-hmm. And it's a cantrip.
Ooh, going into the meta now, are we?
Whatever that means. Goes into
Yeah, Jaeger, you're crawling through and you're like, what the hell's a cantrip? So you guys crawl in. Now that you're closer to the equipment, you see some of the equipment is like, there's a crane looking thing. There's a couple stuff that looks like they would be drills. Go ahead, if you guys want to inspect any of this stuff, roll me a check. Well, I should tell you what kind of check. An investigation if you want to, or you want to just head on in. It's up to y'all.
got 19.
I got a 7.
Okay, so Taro, you're just like, who the hell would use a drill to move Earth? Jaeger, you are looking at this stuff. Wow, I shouldn't have had you do it, Jaeger, because you don't even know what technology is.
That's true.
No. Oh no.
Like there'd be something more to it, I guess. We can
Yeah,
get that.
I hate to do this, but roll it again, because this would be at disadvantage since you don't know equipment.
Okay.
Can I roll
17.
again at advantage?
Well, you guys could act out where Jaeger says something about it or whatever.
Okay.
Taro, how do you get this thing to work? How does this even work? What do you do with
Well,
this?
there's an on switch, and when you drill, it creates a hole in the earth or wherever you point it, and it spins around real fast to make the hole bigger.
So why would that be here?
Huh.
Like I can understand, like going into a mountain for a tunnel, but like straight into the ground.
That is I don't know.
Taro, now that you are thinking that, give another investigation check.
Please.
We're
not
gonna
be a
figure
shooter.
this out.
Okay, 12 plus 2, 14.
Alright, that's good enough. You just think to yourself, like, why is this thing here? And you start looking at it. You realize, one, there are no keys on actually any of these pieces of equipment. And two, none of them even have gas inside them. So, are they just here as props?
Weird.
Heading to Yang and Kevin, you guys head in. The last place that you knew the two of them to go was the bank. You head there. Luckily, you see one teller that may be familiar to Jaeger and Taro. But you walk in, you just happen to speak with that one, find out that they went outside, spoke to a couple other people, didn't get an answer. Yang, you happen to see a tea shop, and you remember you wanted to get some stuff for Iroh. You head inside. Kevin does as well. It smells really nice. One thing you guys notice is the place is called Taro's Tea. And a young man walks up to you guys and goes, "Oh, hello. How can I help you guys today? Are you guys coming in for some tea?"
We're actually looking for our friends. We're looking for a earthbender named, Taro.
And you see he smiles and goes, "You guys know Taro too? Oh, you guys are White Lotus." And he looks at your sashes.
Yep, we're from the White Lotus.
Huh. Interesting. Hello. Yeah, the last thing I heard, they were heading to the factory outside of town, I think. They were checking out the outskirts.
Thank you. Come on, Yang. Let's head there.
I look between the merchant and Kevin, the merchant and Kevin, drop my head and sigh and whisper, "I'm sorry, Iroh," and follow Kevin with my head down.
But before we go, can we have some tea for the road? Our friends have our money. We'll make sure we pay back.
And he just looks at you and smiles, and he goes, "Well, a friend of Taro and Jaeger is a friend of mine. You guys don't have to worry about paying me back. I'll be... You want the tea to go, or I could just get you some leaf packets?"
Yang, what do you think is better?
Would you actually have any regular leaves not in the packets?
Yeah, I could do that for you. Goes to the back, he's gone for a second, comes back out and hands you a bag of just leaves.
Bring it up to my nose and smell it.
It smells like leaves.
What kind of tea is it?
It's taro tea.
I don't think Iroh's had taro tea before. I hope he enjoys it.
He gives a big smile and he says, "Oh man, the tea's the best in town. I can tell you that."
You know where I can also get peaches?
The peaches would be... Actually, he heads into the back, comes back out, and he has a small sack of various fruits. He's got things that would be in teas.
My jaw just drops.
And he hands you the sack and is like, "On the house."
Thank you so much for your kindness.
Of course, like I said. Huh?
I apologize. You just made a sunburned Sky Bison very happy.
He looks at you and is like, "Sky Bison? Oh, you're an airbender. Okay. Interesting." He's smiling and looking at the two of you, and then he goes, Oh, I do apologize. If I really must go. If you guys aren't staying, I've got to take care of my people.
Of course, and hopefully we'll be by again for some tea and to drink.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, be sure to bring Taro and Jaeger. As he walks away.
And I walk away with Kevin.
Okay, is the inn, can we swing by the inn as we head to the factory? Or is it the opposite end of the town?
It's opposite ends. The factory is on the western outskirts of town. The inn is kind of like the southeast.
Gotcha.
If what I fits in my sack or my little satchel, I'll put it in that.
Yeah, you're able to put the tea leaves in. Taro mentioned that taro tea is made from roots. So it is not just leaves, but also roots. The leaves are probably there for an added spice. You know, this very, very unique tea. Their best tea, so they probably have special ingredients. The peaches and stuff you are able to carry in some kind of bag or something, slouched over your shoulder.
Do you think you can run this back to the inn real quick? Oh, because I'm definitely heading towards that factory.
Actually. And as soon as I say yeah, I book it. Like, I on Airbender, book it back to the inn.
Mechanically casts long stride on himself.
And I'm heading directly for the factory.
Alright, you walk snail's pace compared to what Yang is doing.
And
But
I'm-
event-
And
Go
I,
ahead.
in my eye, and I was like, good Lord, that boy can run.
Yang, you're running and you're just like, oh, I can make this up to Iroh after all the that I put him through today.
I know, right?
You two eventually make your way to the factory. So before running in, you see Jaeger and, well, we cut back to Jaeger and Taro. You just discovered that these things, the pieces of equipment out here don't even have gas or keys or anything. The keys you can maybe understand, you know, if they may be on the construction worker leader's keychain or something. You know, you can kind of think of a reason for that, but these things don't seem to have been powered.
Can I use my seismic sense feature to see if I feel anything like wrong, I guess? Or different?
Oh my god, I forgot that you had that. Oh,
I've never used it before.
That ruins so much. Okay.
Uh-oh. Well, okay, it's so you don't accidentally reveal too much. I can pinpoint anything that is touching the ground within range. The range is 30 feet.
Okay, that helps. So yeah, you are feeling that there is some kind of like tunnel system under the ground, but you can't make out much else because of how far away you guys are from the factory. You guys haven't walked in yet.
I think we should break in. There's some tunnels down there.
If that's what you want to do, we can do that.
I mean, we don't have to. Do you want to break in?
Well, I'm thinking operations got to have some sort of paperwork or something around here. Or try to figure out see if we can get this equipment explained.
While you two are talking about it, Taro and Jaeger, you guys look over and you're seeing like a dust cloud coming closer and closer to you guys over the tree line. And you look down and you see Kevin is crawling through the fence. Kevin, you're just like, Jesus, what the hell happened here to pull this fence off of this? But okay, because you see your two friends in front of you. You're hearing like a monstrous thud of Yang dashing his way to where you guys are. And that's what that cloud was. You guys, Yang, you leap over with the last of your long stride-esque-ness, and all four of you are standing together again.
Well, so much for stealth.
We tried so hard.
Got so far.
Yeah.
We got 10 feet in.
We found out from the island that, yeah, the totem is missing.
Like the totem spirit that Torque talked about?
Yeah, that totem, it is missing.
Oh. Well, I don't know what that means.
That's a bad thing. Right, Aang?
Unfortunately, it's very bad. And we need to figure out what happened to it.
Well, here's some good news. We got invited to Margarita. Oh wait, what's his name? Ludini. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Yeah, Ludini. Invited us to his Traily party tomorrow.
Did you say Ludini?
Yeah, Ludini.
Well, when we came back from the island, we talked to the innkeeper, and she said Ludini visited the island several times. I think he got something to do with why the totem is missing.
He did seem pretty suspicious.
As I'm looking over, I'm looking at what the heck is that doing in here? This is supposed to be an abandoned factory.
You're telling me.
It is an abandoned cabbage factory, right?
I mean, we saw people walk out, and using my fancy footwork, there's tunnels underneath here, so it doesn't seem so abandoned.
I'm sorry, when you said that, my brain immediately imagined Taro water dancing.
I think it's more so like Prince
What is the
Wu.
cat dog doing here again?
Cat dog, get out of here, you perv!
It's been watching us from the distance.
I think it wants to hump your leg, Tara.
It has true sense of 1,000 feet.
Oh my god.
We're locking our doors.
Protect the children.
In our innocence.
Anyway, I forget what even was said last. I'm sorry, guys. It was your fancy footwork. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I did the fancy footwork, and there's tunnels underneath here, so this place isn't really abandoned.
Okay. I know our job is to get some information about this place. So, let's get some more information about this place. Do you want to take any metal around here, just in case we might need it?
Oh, I got my bag of metal, don't worry about it.
Oh, that reminds me. You still got my the currency, right?
Oh yeah, here. I give Kevin his money back.
Thank you kindly.
Kevin, now you have, what was it, 20 gold that you gave her?
Yep.
Yeah.
Of the 60 total.
Yes.
Because
Well,
Taro changed
40's
40.
mine.
Okay.
That's my money. So do we wanna break in?
It's not breaking in. It's more investigating. We
Okay,
are
but we're-
concerned because we are concerned. We are concerned White Lotus members. We have to investigate what's going on out there. What's going on down here?
Call it what you want.
Yeah, let's go in.
DM.
Yeah.
Would I, knowing my stance on my mentality and how I take orders and stuff like that, would I take this vagueness of investigating a tunnel as directly being vague to investigate the tunnel, or I've done my investigation and it's now time to send in Team A?
I think that would be up to Yang, but that is a good and valid point. I was gonna say Toph. Wow. Torque. Torque did tell you guys that your job is really just to gather information so that they can send another team in to take care of matters.
Well, I already broke in, so we can
Yeah,
go back.
They're gonna know based on the hole.
I can shape the metal back, I guess.
I mean, I'm just looking at it. Did we do enough investigation to get another team in?
I think we should go to the party tomorrow. If you don't want to investigate here, that's fine, but I think we should do more investigating there tomorrow.
Well, then if I might suggest that we leave now before we're caught, so that way tomorrow we have plausible deniability.
We're already knee deep in the river. We might as well jump in.
Yeah, Jaeger, you do recall, this was just a conversation that you and Shang had. No one else was there. Shang just straight up told you, like, do what you need to do. to do the job.
At the same time, Jaeger, we were given specific orders not to stir the hornet's nest.
I'm not stirring a nest.
This guy is pretty powerful. Well, at least in this town. He's literally the lifeblood of this town. We're going to do a little investigation. At least for the most part. So, it's about, almost nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's the afternoon, or the evening, I guess, more technically. Yeah, it's evening.
How's the moon?
Good question. It is nearly a full moon.
Ooh.
Demetrius happy.
How about this? We go in, investigate as much as we can. If anything goes down, we get out.
Alright.
Sounds
Should
good
we
to
all
me.
go? Should we all go together, or should we send in two and have two here as to keep watch?
I just want to say I formally protest.
Are you submitting the paperwork for that?
I have no way to use the Takamathon to contact the masters. How can I do anything? I'm just letting you know I protest.
Okay, how about you and me? We stay out here, keep a watchful eye. You two check out the tunnels, just in case. If we see anything, one of us can let you know.
Kevin,
Okay, cool, but how will you find us?
He's the fastest thing up in here, and he can probably track you down. As I'm pointing my thumb toward Yang, because I know everybody saw how fast he was.
Kevin, if I might suggest, why don't you go with them in case there is trouble?
Okay. Keep watch.
I'm gonna look around for a good vantage point to hide and keep an eye on things.
Alright.
Especially high up.
Well, that does suit who you are.
DM,
I'm here.
did you hear me?
You wanna stay
I'm
high
gonna-
up?
Yeah, I wanna try to find a place up somewhere up high that I can not be potentially seen, where I can stealth, but keep an eye on things as well.
You have your quarterstaff with you?
Yes.
Then yeah, you would be able to fly up onto the roof of the factory.
Alright. I head on up.
Alright, that does cost 1 chi though, right? Because of the level that you are?
Not at first. It is 1 chi to maintain for an additional minute, I believe is what it was.
Yeah, it does, you spend a chi to open your
Alright,
glider and start flying. Yeah.
Alright, I spend a chi.
Still willing to do it though?
Yep, I spend the chi point to get a good vantage point to where I can see.
Alright, so the three of you guys, after this conversation, you see Yang pull out his quarterstaff, twirl it like Aang does, open the glider, and just fly up onto the roof of the factory.
Wow. Tara, lead the way.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, the three of you begin heading inside. Heading inside, you find a large entrance filled with history. There's an abandoned desk in the center, a large hanging sign of just letters that spell Cabbage Corp. It's all dusty and old in here. This is basically like, did anyone ever play Portal? You know, Aperture Laboratories, the main
Oh,
entrance,
yes.
like that
Yeah.
big. It's basically like that. And where, insert Cabbage Corp instead of Aperture Laboratories. Further in is a hallway, and there are 4 different doors. Each one of them are locked, but each one has a sign by them that says what the room is. And at the end of this hallway is a door that has been broken off, that you can see from your point, your view right now, is a massive room.
Okay. Where we're heading?
Can I roll investigation to see like what path is less dusty, I guess?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I could do my tremor sense again, but
You could, yeah. Now that you are inside, you're
I got
within the...
a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, you actually you are seeing pathways of lack of dust. There has been some, although much older, tracks.
Footprints?
Footprints. Thank you. Some older footprints leading into one of the rooms that is called Chairman Office. You're not seeing anything for other rooms. One that says Meeting Room, things like that. You see one room that has a sign next to it says Security Office. There does seem to be some footprints there. The fourth room is you are reading the sign, is basically just a lounge. You don't see any footprints there, but the primary footprint path seems to be heading straight into the large room at the end of this hall.
Can I do my seismic senses again to see if I feel anyone here?
Oh man, I forgot you could do this, and it's just a feature that you have, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a
Oh my
Earthbender
God.
feature. And I get it at level 3, so
damn it, Taro. Okay, you do your fancy you do your fancy river dance, and Taro, there are people underground.
okay. Is it like a lot of people?
You are feeling a sense. Are you able to detect specifics, or is it just generalizations?
It says I can pinpoint anything that is touching the ground within range.
Jesus Christ. Okay. It is a bunch of people. You can make out a mapping of some tunnel system that's down here. The entrance of the tunnel system seems to be in the large room that's at the end of this hallway. The tunnel itself leads downwards into the earth, and it seems to have one point that seems to be like a makeshift room. You see a couple of figures in there. Further down on the right of that room, as if you are walking in, is a smaller tunnel that leads to it looks like another large room, but you're seeing a lot more bodies in there. You're seeing like 8-10 people, all sitting down or laying down, and then some kind of wall that's separating them from another room, it looks like, and you're seeing like another 3 people in there.
Okay. Is there anyone on the floor that we're on, like in the 4 rooms?
No.
Okay. Well, there's a bunch of people down in the tunnels.
What?
Really?
How far away?
You tell me.
It's like the furthest that your tremor sense could feel.
30-ish feet down. More or less.
They need our help. But how many people down there?
I'd say at least 10. 10 to 20 probably. I don't know if it's a good idea to go down there.
You know, I was just thinking to myself, this is off subject. I feel like the Earthbender is going to be the bane of DM's existence.
Right.
Jesus, you're the druid of normal D&D. All right. Anyway, go continue.
Hey, if you want, I could ask my friend Matt to give me a call.
No, it's okay.
Just ask about his wife, Keela.
Oh man, I've got some horror stories of druids. Oh god. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we go down there?
Do you know any condition on how these people are, or they're moving around?
There were a few of them that were laying down on the ground. A few of them were sitting. Some were moving. You can't tell if the ones that were laying down in the ground were breathing or like what condition they're in, if they're just asleep.
So I don't know if they're held against their will or if they're like working here or something.
Right.
Right.
Because you can't visually see the stuff, you just sense that stuff. Yeah.
Well, at least we got information on this. There's people in here. That's more than we had before. You want to get closer so we can actually hear them, or you just want to, or should we go any further?
I walk to the large room.
Well, I guess we can do that. I follow.
I'm grabbing my spear and following.
Okay. All of you walk into the large room. This is the assembly room of what would have been Cabbage Corp. And this is a room that you can definitely tell there has been kind of work in there. You see the line, the assembly line, has been raised by an extra like 10 or so feet. There is an old dashboard that you can assume... Jaeger, you probably wouldn't know this because technology, but Kevin... Because technology. Kevin, maybe Taro, you can tell that there's some dashboard that would probably be what managed this assembly line. And there's some wiring that's attached to it leading off to a door in the far right end of the room. One end of the assembly line has a large cauldron-looking thing that at the ground level you can't see inside of it. There is a separate room where these wires are leading to. The sign on that says generator room. You don't see much else. There are some other rooms. They don't have any signs or anything.
Hey, Tara, can you sense anything else?
Sure, let me just do fancy footwork again.
All right,
I do it.
You river dance the hell out of this. You're trying off a new technique. You do some fancy little twirl. The cat dog gives you a 10 out of 10. For some reason,
bow.
He bows back somehow. You do your tremor sense, and it's pretty much the same thing. Only you're now seeing that a couple of the people that were underground are heading up to the entrance of what the tunnel is, where the tunnel is. Which you guys, the two of you, y'all don't see any kind of entrance or anything. Taro, because of your tremor sense, you can tell that it's a wall that is hiding the entrance. So you could like earthbend the wall down to showcase the entrance, but the two of them, they can't tell any kind of difference. Taro, you can tell people are starting to walk up the tunnel as if they have been alerted to your presence somehow.
Oh no, they tremor sensed me.
Do we need to run?
Let's just hide.
Second that.
Should we do stealth check?
Yeah, do a stealth check. Actually, to make this fun, tell me where and how you are hiding.
Okay. 17 plus 2, that's 19. I'm going to hide. You say this is like a big old assembly, right? Like with a claw, stuff like that?
Yeah, there is a big assembly line that is there, but it's raised like an extra 10 feet. suspended in the air by some railings and stuff.
Okay, I'm going to try like high next to like a wall or like something like a shield, maybe like a behind some machinery or
Okay.
or behind a corner or in a corner with the door closed.
Okay, yeah, there is the one door that the sign says generator room, and then there's like 2 other doors that don't have any signs on them. Those are the only doors in here because the door that leads into the assembly room area was ripped off. So those are the doors that you have. The equipment, like I said, the cauldron, the dashboard, that's what's in all this room. So again, you are hiding behind equipment?
Yeah, I'll hide behind the equipment.
Okay, so we'll have you hiding behind the cauldron. Well, actually, Kevin and Jaeger, do y'all even know where they're coming from?
No.
Probably not.
So you're just hiding.
Oh no.
That's
Didn't
fine.
Taro
That's
said that we
You
needed to hide?
hide. 'Cause
she
you
just said that
hide.
they're coming. Yeah, she
Oh,
just said
man.
that they.
Oh,
So Jaeger, where are you hiding? Let's play this out. This is gonna be fun.
Taro
I
made a
guess I'm
mistake.
going inside the cauldron.
You would have to try to climb the cauldron
Okay.
because the cauldron, the opening is about the same height as this assembly line, as though whatever would be on the assembly line would fall into this cauldron.
hmm
So you could try to roll an athletics check to see if you can climb up.
Okay. I'll do that. I got oh hell yeah, 17.
All right. Yeah, that's good actually. You're able to climb up as fast as possible. You guys, you have seen this man jump onto the back of a bison. You guys have seen this man chop someone's skull in half. Taro, you were seeing some kind of action going on in a bank, and now you're seeing this man climb a metal cauldron. This dude just does whatever he wants. But yes, Jaeger, you make it to the top, and you just jump in.
Yeah.
You jump in without even without even looking,
Very
and you
appropriate.
fall into just this thick black gook as you jump in and make a splash. Taro, where are you going?
Okay, you said there was a cauldron, a dashboard, and what else?
An assembly line. You've got 3 other doors that are all on the same wall. Because you have the tremor sense, you know the entrance that you guys came in from. If you guys are looking at a map here, the entrance of this room that you guys came from was on the south. Where the tunnel is on the left side. So Kevin is in hiding, not like he's obstructed by the cauldron. So is Jaeger. You've got your assembly line that's raised at 10 feet, the cauldron that's that high, and then the doors are all on the north wall.
I'm gonna hide behind one of the assembly lines that's 10 feet up. So I'm gonna jump up on something.
All right, roll me athletics.
A dirty 20.
All right, you're able to successfully get up on the assembly line. And Jaeger, you pop your head out of oil. This is oil inside the cauldron.
Oh no.
But you guys hear the earth, the wall crumble down, and these 2 men come walking out in guard uniforms. I want anyone that is able to see them. I think Jaeger, because you're in the cauldron, you would not be able to see this. So Kevin and Taro, if you guys are able to watch where these are coming from. Taro, I think you would have your eyes locked because you knew exactly where the entrance to this tunnel was. Give me an investigation check or a perception.
Perception is 15.
And mine is a 19.
Okay. You guys remember when you first dropped down, you were nearby that very large home on the east end of the city. The outfits that they were wearing, those guards that were over there, are the same outfits that these guards are wearing as they walk into the room.
Interesting.
They you start walking around. You hear one of them says, "Are you sure you felt somebody?" Yeah. It's like, okay, well then try to feel them again. One of them, you can tell now, is an earthbender. He starts to river dance, and
Oh no.
I can freeze the floor.
you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's a
what is that?
60-foot range too.
Okay, so what would that do for you? Is that like a chi point, or what is that?
It's definitely a cheat point.
What is that ability called? Is that your
Floor of ice.
slipless grip? Floor of ice.
Oh, I can do that too, actually.
So you can do either, or if you wanted to do floor of ice, or if you wanted to try to cast grease. Let me see.
Grease, there's oil right there.
Oh, yeah, you would need water on the ground to do the grease. And yeah, there is oil in the cauldron. Only Jaeger would know that at the moment.
But when I hear him complain about something before they came up,
I mean, you ask Jaeger, would he be the type of person to make a complaint while you guys are trying to hide from people?
good point. Yeah, I'm going to kick myself later, but I'm going to use Floor of Ice. That earthbend can definitely sense all of us.
Yes. As he begins to river dance, you let out your water skin. A stream of water as it slides onto the ground and ices over. Just as he begins his dance, he slips and falls on his ass, and the other one is like, "Oh, what?" And well, that was a surprise attack, but I would say that everybody would have to roll initiative. Thank you everyone for listening to Book 1 Search, Episode 7, Secret Tunnel, Secret Tunnel. If you enjoyed hearing this podcast or have questions for us, then follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, all under the name DicebendersDnD. If you'd like, you can even join us on our Discord with the link in the description. Dicebenders is a homebrewed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live-action playcast using class models partially based on dndwiki.com. This game is set in the world of Avatar, created by Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, published by Nickelodeon. All credits for music and sounds will be found in the show notes. Instead of doing a special shout-out, we decided to ask you a question. And the question we leave for all of you is, if you were in the Avatar world, what would your bending style be and why? Let us know your answer in any of our social media. We would love to hear from you.